ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys! I be Josh the Pirate, and this be my lovely wife Keren, the Mother of Bunnies, and we are here to play Bloodless by Ennio Pino, which is rather fun. We are going to do this just as a one-off. It's a solo vampire adventure, so appropriate for Halloween, we thought.
Yes.
In place of our normal, regular, scheduled stream. Next week, we will be back with some more Humblewood of Elements and Evil. But for tonight, because we were a player down, we thought we'd do this instead. Keren, who the heck are you?
Hello. I am Keren, sometimes known as the Mother of Bunnies. I'm a performer, a writer, an internet addict, and I fixed a screen door today, so I'm feeling pretty manly, actually.
That's
I mainly just
women don't need no WD-40.
I mainly just greased it up, but I did a lot of other things which were probably superfluous, but I like to think they helped.
I think it's a sort of a general picture with that sort of thing. Is like you did a bunch of stuff and it worked. Therefore,
Like,
all of it was important.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe if I hadn't taken most of it apart, the greasing wouldn't have worked because I couldn't insert it
gotten the grease in
deeply
if you
enough.
hadn't taken most of it apart. Yeah.
Exactly. There we go.
So, and I'm Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsairs Go, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife Keren, the Mother of Bunnies, and all my splendid friends. This be something that we do every now and again. We do a Josh and Keren review, or Keren and Josh review is actually what we call it. So this is our review of Bloodless, and we play it. We have a read through the rules. I read them in about 10 minutes on a computer that didn't want to go very fast last night, so I reckon you'll probably be fine. It is a PDS that we acquired a couple of years ago on a Humble Bundle. You can get it on itch, and it's quite well presented. I think you can see on the screen.
Yes, it looks nice.
As is typical of very small productions, I've already encountered a mistake, but because it says you will need 5 4-sided dice, and I was like, by my count, you'll need 6.
But only one 6-sided dice?
And only one 6-sided dice. And then a bunch of tokens. I actually planning to use 6-sided dice for that, and 2 20-sided dice. And
Lovely.
this is the introduction is, this is not your night. Maybe you've messed with the wrong person and they've been hunting you down for days, or you've lost a fight and you're badly injured. Either way, you're exhausted. Chances are good that you won't see another twilight. If you can make it to your haven, you might survive, but that's a big if. In this game, you play as a vampire at their limit. Your goal is to make it back to a safe place where you can recover. That could be a hidden sanctuary that only you know about, or in the company of trusted allies. You don't have much time to get there. However, the sun will rise and burn away any vampire out in the open.
Dun dun dun.
Warning. Dun dun dun. Bloodless is a solo RPG about a vampire trying to survive the night. As such, it deals with many topics associated with vampirism. It features supernatural abilities, preying on and controlling others, religious themes, and death. It also references blood and uses it as a game mechanic. So, you've been warned. But also, like, I stand that. Absolutely. Really good idea to have that sort of thing in there. I will put it in the YouTube of this.
Honestly, Eat the Reich, the game that I really need to go through on stream because it's dope. It has like pages and pages of like, this is what happens in the game, and this is shit you shouldn't do. One of the things was, don't blame things the actual Nazis did on vampires, because the Nazis did that. Don't let them get away with that.
Yeah. So, character creation. It is a solo game. I propose that Keren and I play it as a pair of vampires, but using one stat.
Yeah.
At the start of the game, take time to figure out what kind of vampires you are or were before tonight. Who? What is your name? What are you known for? Why? What are you doing? What were you doing this night? The night before this one? How did you end up on the brink of death? Where? What is your goal? Who can help you? If you need inspiration, there are a list of prompts that you can use to help build your character on pages 9 and 10, this being page 2. So those will be pretty much the back of the book. There are 3 stats. Determine your stats. You only have 3 stats that represent your abilities and a pool of d4s to assign to them. Having a higher number of d4s increases your chance of success with that skill. Assign 1 d4, 2 d4s, and 3 d4s to each of the stats below. You can only use 1 set of d4s each once. So you have ferocity, cunning, and influence. Ferocity being your resolve, ability to endure harm, and force of will. You are fierce and you will tear down anything in your way. Cunning, reflecting your cleverness, ability to think quickly and avoid danger. You are deceitful and evasive and you will not be caught. And influence, reflecting your ability to control others, ability to draw attention and charm. You've probably made plans, you've already made plans for a night like this, and your people will protect you. And I think that's a pretty good summation of the 3 major characteristics of traditional vampires, and like allows you to customize your character quite well. There are 6 different ways you could play it. You could play a cunning and influential one that isn't particularly scary, but like, yeah, I think there's a lot of different ways that you could do that. You could do the raw sort of Dracula ferocity with a bit of influence, but doesn't overly bother with cunning. I think that's rather cool. So, my love, what kind of vampires were we? Who were we? What was our names? How old are we? I think is probably a fairly important one. Are we young vampires?
I would like to be a granny vampire, and we're going to call her Stephanie Sanguine.
Stephanie Sanguine.
Yeah.
A little on the nose, don't you think?
Look, no one said this had to be subtle.
True. Stephanie Sanguine of the Chesapeake Sanguines.
And what about you? She's a little old lady who got bit by a vampire and has just kept doing little old lady things.
I think that's really fun. Let's play Stephanie and Joseph.
Yeah.
And I very much in my mind have American Gothic.
Yes.
With the pitchfork, but fangs. This has already gone in a different direction to what I was anticipating.
Look, I could have been a young, sexy vampire, but where's the fun in that?
I love this for us.
Just this elderly couple who weren't ready to, pass on, so...
so they sort this out?
Ooh. Could go either way.
Like, what kind of vampire would turn an elderly couple?
I feel like they'd have to ask for it.
I've always had in my head a sort of a logical underpinning around vampires where they don't make a lot of other vampires because any you create will inevitably be competition for you. Unless we're dealing with covens. Is this the kind of world that does covens? Is this that kind of vampire mythos, or are we thinking more Louis and Lestat, sort of maybe a pair, but rarely more than 3 in a place, and covens don't go so great?
I've had an idea. You can say no. They're an elderly couple, and they basically they have a big old house, and they take in young vampires who've just been turned, like a halfway house. Like, welcome to your new
Welcome
death
to
life. Welcome to Undeath. You can stay with us for a while till you've got your shit together. We'll tell you how to get the blood without, drawing too much attention to yourself.
Best not to kill, just drain and leave before they die.
Yeah.
Let them recover. Who's going to believe it? How old are they? Like, they look old. Are they a lot older
Than
than they look?
let's say...
How long have they been vampires? If they're serving as as Granny and Grandpa vampires, kind of running their own coven a little bit, but sort of a halfway coven.
Oh, hi, mean adorable bastard. I'm sorry to hear you have a cold. Enjoy your lurk.
Oh, hello.
We'll be right here. Josh can't see chat, so he's not ignoring you. He's just...
I'm running off very limited tech here. I have a computer that can just about run a PDF viewer, and my phone. And it has been driving me up the fucking wall.
There was a very ranty call yesterday.
Oh, Josh Ross.
Mean adorable bastard says we are both amazing and wonderful. It's a joy to hear us. Big virtual hug.
No worries. Thank you very much, mean adorable bastard. So
the bunny's trying to climb onto me. What are you doing?
I'm going to say 200.
Yeah,
They've been
200?
vampires for about 150 years, 160.
Yeah.
No, 130 to 150 years. They look in their early 70s, like late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah. Young elderly people. On the lower end.
Sort of my parents, sort of younger, just retired.
Yeah. Actually, I've got a backstory. They just retired. Maybe they run like a hotel together. That was their real life job. And a terrible illness swept through the village and they didn't want to die because they'd only just retired. So they were like...
It would have been the Spanish flu.
Yeah.
If they're 120 years vampires.
Yeah, and maybe they were like, we don't want to go out like this. And then they were like, what are you doing, Hildy?
I have a separate... I have a, like, if they ran a hotel, a guest came to stay, or possibly they took someone in who needed a place, and he turned out to be a bloodsucker.
Yeah. And then he was like, well, if you don't want to die from the Spanish flu, Victor can help you.
So Victor was a friend, or Victor offered them a way out.
Yeah, he was like...
They did him a favor, and he returned the favor by... He was like, oh, you don't want to die.
Well, if we're doing, like, World War I Spanish flu, maybe he was, like, trying to hide or on the run or something.
Yeah.
So they sheltered him. And in return, he gave them eternal retirement.
It's like, this is the thing. I was like, I don't know. I mean, presumably they are not creaky. I want to assume being an immortal, but an old one. Like, starting... Yeah, it fixes things like arthritis.
Yeah, I feel like being a vampire with arthritis is just unfair.
He's like, I can't die. This sucks.
My joints know when it's raining.
My joints. I can smell the blood.
Do you want to get in my
cool.
hat? So what's going on?
Victor and Stephanie... Joseph and Stephanie Sanguine run a boarding house for a halfway...
For new vampires.
Halfway coven for new vampires.
It's like you can just come, hang out, learn the vampire ropes. We'll hook you up with a fake ID.
Here's the next question. So what are we known for? I think we are well known for that in the community.
Yeah.
In the vampire community, we're generally considered like a... No one knows exact. I think what Victor did would generally be considered frowned upon.
Yeah, they're like, you converted older
Why
people?
did you turn a pair of old people? They're not sexy. They're not. We don't want to have an orgy and drink a bunch of virgin's blood with them, and they don't want to do that with us either. And then it's become like, it was like, okay, all right, no, everyone needs a granny. Have you tried,
Even vampires.
Have you tried Stephanie's blood pie? She does it better than the Klingons do. And her gach. Oh. That's a Klingon joke. So yeah, I think they're known for running this wayward. So how prevalent is vampirism in the world? How many would you say there are in a city?
Less than 100.
Yeah, I reckon sort of.
Not a lot
at any one time. Is there a lot of interscene vampire on vampire violence?
Minimal. Because it's kind of hard to kill each
if
other.
I had a- if
Feels
I had a
redundant.
note on- If I had a note on the game thus far, it is you need to be working off the same sort of hymn sheet regarding what world it is, because there is less so than a lot of other mythical beasties, a lot of variation among vampires and what vampires are and like and do. You can do the sparkle sharks from fucking Twilight, and then to the other end of the spectrum, you can go What We Do in the Shadows.
I gotta say,
Underworld.
that scene in Twilight would hit so different if he's like taking his shirt off, but it's a little old lady going, "This is the skin of a killer Bella."
Killer Victor. How old are you? Hilariously about the same age as Edward.
Kind of want to write a story about it. Granny Vampire.
Oh my god. Well, we're about to. So what were we doing out the night before this one?
Let's say it was an all-night bridge tournament.
Yeah. I reckon maybe I'd say probably once every 20 years or so, they move. When people start to notice that these little old couple aren't getting littler or older.
It's like,
they
you
move to a different place.
don't look a day over 60.
It's like when the ladies at the bridge club start getting jealous of Stephanie's good skin.
Stephanie, what product do you use?
Exactly. Then
And she's like, the blood of virgins. And she's only half joking.
And then they leave. So Stephanie had her bridge tournament, and Joseph, because Stephanie's eyes aren't great, and she never really got to like driving, Joseph comes and picks her up. And I reckon they still are like not just pillars of the vampire community, but actually kind of pillars of their local community as well, just generally. The humans don't know.
It's weird that they never see them during the day, but evening events, they're always there.
They both claim, it's like, oh, we're night owls.
Such night owls, darling. Never up before 5.
Actually, Joseph would probably say, our grandchildren live live on the other side of the world. He would be like, oh, we Zoom our grandkids, so we have to be awake for that. And they get home with their mother at sort of 1 a.m, so we have to be awake for that. So, and we like to see them every day. So
we've just swapped our whole sleep
alone,
schedule.
So we just swapped our routines. It doesn't really matter to us. We quite like the dark.
Awesome.
So how did the two of them end up on the brink of death?
Well, maybe the car broke down.
Looking for a new youngster.
Oh, yeah, they got a tip off about a new young vampire and went looking for them.
And hunters a thing?
Yeah.
Or was it the vampire? This one can't be saved.
Maybe this one was like super, like went a bit nuts.
Had gone blood crazy.
Yeah, and just attacked us both. And we got away, but we're injured and lost. And
these
kind of
two are
mad
like
about it.
outriders. Yeah. Like normally, I was like, we can normally talk them down, even from the bloodthirst. We can talk them down. Oh, I know what it was. I want to go against the grain a little bit and say it was a young girl. She would have been maybe 20. And she had been bitten and turned against her will, wasn't chill with it, and had been abstaining.
Oh. Yeah.
And then had just lost it, and tell me if this is too dark, had gone into a crash.
Too dark. Okay. Also, it's night.
That's true.
What is this, the 5 a.m. crash?
Well, as long as you're indoors.
She went into a rave.
Yeah.
Just lost her shit. And they didn't realise straight away because it's a rave.
Yeah. And kind of just tore the place up. And Stephanie and Joseph get there as she's just coming off it and is just high on it. And I think when vampires have just eaten, they are the strongest they are. And so she's consumed 8 or 9 guys. And it's just like, I am God. And the two of them are like, darling.
God has nothing to do with this.
Quite the opposite. Yeah, pillars of the community. Yeah, and I think she, when they tried to restrain her, tried to talk her down, she basically was also hugely conflicted because she just murdered a bunch of people. And her solution was, let's lean in, I'm a monster, let's be it. And they were trying to provide her an alternative, which would require a lot more self-assessment than she was interested in doing at that particular moment. So she kind of ripped some shreds off us, I reckon.
Yeah.
And left us pretty beat up.
With dawn approaching.
So I would say, who can help you? What's your goal? I reckon we're not unpopular amongst the vampire community, which means I think our influence has to be 3.
Yeah, I think if we're talking about...
I think our big stats influence.
Yeah.
And what's fun is, I have 3 different shapes of D4s.
Nice.
I've got the little pillory ones. There's 2 of them. I've got one of the little diamondy ones, little gemstony ones, and I've got 3 of the fucking terrifying caltrops. So the caltrops will be our influence,
which is considerable.
I think our cunning is 2. We're smart and think quickly, but we are not ferocious.
No.
So 1 for ferocity.
Make love, not war.
Yeah, and we do. Make cake, not war. I think it's make tea, not war, actually, is the original.
Yes. Definitely make tea, not war.
Cool. Alrighty, that's who we are. Gameplay. The game is broken up into 6 rounds that represent an hour of time you have before sunrise. During each round, you'll encounter an obstacle that you must solve before continuing, as described in the event table, which you roll a d20 on to determine what happens. In order to resolve an event, use the stat related to how you want to deal with the situation. Roll the d4s equal to the amount you have in the stat chosen and take the highest roll as your result. Then compare the number to the table. It says table below, but it's actually table to the side. Most of the results will cause you to lose a d4 in the chosen stat, but you cannot have less than 1 d4 in any stat. So if you get particularly unlucky, you can wind up at the end of the game with just 3 d4s. Whilst playing the game, use these results to help build a narrative for your character. Each success or failure can tie into the next event. you deal with challenges can say a lot about you. So 1 would be an absolute failure. You don't get what you want, and things get a lot worse. Lose a blood token and reduce your stat by 1d4 to a minimum of 1. 2 is a partial failure. You don't get what you want. Reduce your stat by 1d4. Partial success. You get what you want, but things get complicated. Gain a blood token and reduce your stat by 1d4. So the only way to not reduce your stat by 1d4 is to roll a 4.
Cool.
Absolute success. You get what you want and more. Gain a blood token. So half the options gain you a blood token, but lose a and one of them loses you a d4. 2/3 of the options lose you a d4. So you're going to be wanting to try to do most things with influence, with your big stat, until that loses 1, and you have a 1 in 4 chance of missing. Or rather a 3 in 4 chance of succeeding, so a 1 in 4 chance of not. Fueled by blood. Blood tokens are a currency you can use to survive the night. You start the game with 0 blood tokens, and you gain more as you progress through the night. Blood tokens can be used in 2 ways. Once per round, you can spend 1 blood token to add an additional 1d4 to your next roll. This represents you using your supernatural abilities to help aid you in a conflict. At the end of the game, the number of blood tokens you've acquired are added to the last roll used to resolve the final event, so the 7th roll, where you take the remaining d4s you have, all of them, and your blood tokens, roll them and add them together. And you have to score above a certain number to successfully make it home, or you die. And the worst thing about this is also kind of the best thing about it. It is quite hard, but at the same time, even if you lose, that just means a vampire dies. Or 2 in this case. So 6 hours till sunrise. That's what page 4 says. Events. At the start of each round, you'll face an encounter. Use these encounters to describe the obstacles you face on the way to your goal. Roll 2d20s and pick 1 result. So there are 20 options, and you roll 2d20s and pick the one you prefer to tell the story about.
Cool.
I think that's really cool. So there is a little bit of variety. There is a little bit of, yeah.
It's not just you must do this. It's 1 or 2.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. So, shall we?
Yes. Do you want to roll a couple of d20s?
A couple of d20s. That is an 11 and a 15.
11.
You discover that an ally has betrayed you,
Ooh.
or you are challenged to a duel by someone you do not know. I kind of love the duel, but it's a lady from the bridge club. And we are like,
We keep beating her at bridge.
In the alley outside the rave. We made it just in time. We got away, just managed to get away from the cops as they showed up. We are limping away, sort of leaning on each other. I think Joseph has a nasty scratch across his belly. And Stephanie has like one arm hanging kind of limply. She can't use it particularly well right now. And Joseph is adjusting Stephanie's shawl around her shoulders. We're walking past the local bridge club, and Maurine leans out and says, "Stephanie, you don't normally come on Thursdays. Come in." And not wanting to be rude,
We do.
And Stephanie, I think
Oh,
Maurine
Maureen,
is a bit
so
of a
good to
rival.
see you, darling. We've had a rough night.
But I
Also,
think she's a bit of a
hi,
rival.
Opus. Thanks for the
Hey,
resub.
Good on you, champion. Thanks very much, buddy.
Josh can't see chat, so
I
if
can't
he doesn't
see
respond to something, he's not ignoring you. He just can't see
I love you all vicariously.
it.
I'm not. I'm operating off 1.5 screens.
As opposed to your usual
yeah.
4.
It would get around very quickly. Possibly that Maureen is a bit of a queen bee. And if Stephanie said no, it would be a snub.
Yes. Abus, we are trying out a little. It's technically a solo RPG, but we're playing it together. It's called Bloodless, and basically you're a vampire. There's 6 hours till dawn, and you have to survive a series of encounters. So we are playing elderly couple, Stephanie and Joseph Sanguine, who run a boarding house for new vampires.
A halfway coven. I really like the
A
term.
halfway coven. That's pretty great. In fact, I'm going to write that down. Halfway coven for new vampires to adjust to the lifestyle. And we've just come off rather badly.
Kind of got bitten.
Yeah, we just came off quite bad with an encounter with a new vampire who'd been resisting her bloodthirst and went into a rave and lost her shit. So we're both injured, and we've just been... our first encounter is a duel. So Maurine has invited us into the bridge club. And is the duel fighting or bridge?
Not bridge.
Okay, we're doing
Definitely
a bridge duel.
Bridge.
Yeah.
How do we resolve it, though? Because the idea is to... Yeah. The obstacle you face on your way to your goal. So you don't want to lose. I think this is probably cunning.
Yeah.
I don't think we can use our influence to get our way out of this, but I think it's probably cunning.
Maureen's not impressed by us. So...
Maurine is, I think, the only person in the community who comes close to Stephanie's, like, pull. And this is the worst fucking time. Like, you can see Joseph thinking, this is not the time for your shit, Maurine.
But you know, when bridge calls...
Like, these two place first and second at the county fair. And it's always a bit weird that Stephanie only shows up after sundown. Like, she only ever comes in for the fireworks at the fair. She never actually, like, she mails it in and then comes to pick up the ribbon at night. And Maurine has gotten that Stephanie thinks she's better than everybody else, but also everybody loves her, except Maurine.
Maurine just knows something is wrong. But what? What's mildly entertaining me right now is that every other time I put Hildy next to me for a stream, she's basically just chilled out and had a nap, and she's just really active right now, and I'm worried she's going to try and escape.
More than you normally do.
Are you trying? You think you're about to escape? Please don't. I don't have to chase you. Well, we'll see how she goes. Okay, so we need to use our cunning to
So how would
win.
we use our cunning? Well, I actually don't know how bridge works.
I was literally going to say the same thing. How do you play bridge?
I think it is a tactical game, though.
I'm going to Google it. Hang on. How do you play? Try new AI mode. I am so not fucking interested. Okay. It's a card game.
Yeah. It has a board.
Okay.
Mum and Dad play it.
Oh yeah. You bid, and then you play. Cool. Oh, I think I've played this like once, ages ago.
Joe's quite good at it. Joe enjoys it. But then Joe is absurdly lucky, so... my brother, if you ever get offered to play any card games, dice games, board games with my brother, just beware. He is absurdly lucky. It is his special skill. He is just... I've never seen anybody... He is, I think the first time I've ever I played Yahtzee with him, he got 3 Yahtzees in one game.
How?
Like, the statistics of that are absurd. Like, it's sort of like a 1 in 400 chance to roll a Yahtzee. He rolled fucking 3.
That's just rude.
Yeah, and I'm just like, it actually strains credulity. Like, we were playing Perudo, and I was like, I'm actually starting to call bullshit on this. Like, if this is real, I don't ever want to play with you ever again. And if
Mm.
it's not, and you are actually cheating, because you could cheat playing Perudo relatively easily without anyone really noticing. And if you are, then fuck you, because it's not fun anymore. And I don't want to play with you ever again, because either you are just too lucky to be interesting to play against, because it's not my tactics. You're just rolling better. Um,
The dice
uh,
just like you more.
Joe, Hugh, and I played 11 games of Perudo. Hugh won once. Joe won the other 10. And Hugh and I were so cross at the end of it that we both agreed together that he must be cheating because there's no fucking way.
So,
And neither of us ever want to play with him ever again. I'm like, so I hope he enjoyed that meaningless victory, because he'll never get to play that game with us again. It's a real shame, because it used to be one of my favorite games. Anyway,
well, shall we say in this instance that we are using our cunning because, let's
can
say,
vampires read minds? Can these vampires read minds?
ooh,
Because
yes.
that would be what I would do.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that I think
Normally,
Stephanie doesn't
we
normally.
wouldn't,
Yeah,
but fuck
she's
Maurine.
like, no, fuck Maureen. If we had a blood token, I would suggest spending it on this, because that's kind of what they're for. But I'm like, yeah, I reckon no, fuck this bitch.
It's like, we're tired, we're hurt, and Maureen just pisses me off. I'm going to read your
And
mind.
Joseph is standing talking to Maureen's husband, Nigel. And Nigel is uh, I think a former city councilman, possibly a former city comptroller.
Hideously boring.
And he's talking politics, and Joseph does not care.
It's like, mm-hmm.
And he's trying to lure Joseph down to the local council meetings, and Joseph's like, hard pass. But he has to act nice.
Can't be a dick. Can't be a dick. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, he thinks he is of the opinion that Nigel's community mindedness is very performative. So, shall I roll it?
Yes. Let us roll our cunning.
We are using our cunning, and to a degree, Stephanie is using her mind reading I possibly like the idea, and I don't want to sort of take this away from Stephanie, but possibly only Joseph can read minds. Stephanie has other powers. But Joseph is reading the minds and then cunning, like just quietly giving hand signals and stuff from across the room, indicating what Maureen's got.
Yeah. We've got a little partnership going on.
Yeah. And it has to be that, because Joseph's like, I don't play because I can't not know what they're thinking.
And that's unfair.
And that's just cheating. But fuck Maureen.
Ooh.
All right.
Abus has bought a default bonus.
Ooh.
We should have to tuck that away for the next.
Should we use that?
Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah.
Alrighty. That's a reroll of one of the D4s. Well, we got a 4.
Ooh.
And a 1, which means also rolling doubles means you get to roll another dice. Nice. But I roll a 4, which is we get a blood token.
Sweet.
And that is a success. We get what we wanted and more. We don't lose a dice either, which is awesome. So you get what you want, but things get... no, absolute success. You get what you want and more. Gain a blood token. So, blood token. I'm going to use my Skull and Crossbones dice for blood tokens. Over there. And... what am I saying? And yeah, we gain what we wanted and more. So, I reckon this is just an astounding victory.
I absolutely cream her.
You destroy her, Actually, I reckon about halfway through, we realized that
We've done
this
too
isn't
good a
even
job.
necessary. Like I'd been sending you what she had. I'd been sending you her next move, and after about the first three or four, you send back. You just give me a. I'm not looking at you anymore. I don't need it.
I'm
This is not her
destroying
night.
her.
It's very satisfying for you, and you're like, you know what? Actually, honey, I appreciate it. I'm good.
I got
This is
this.
way more satisfying to just break her myself.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make a mark up there. It's a blood token. Boom. Joseph and
Yes,
Steph starts
Ava,
talking on.
stop! He's already dead! I just keep winning hands, and Maureen's just like, it's like, Stephanie, stop! She's already lost.
There's a very overweight comedian who I don't know the name of. I think he's also an actor. Who tells a story about going into a mom and pop restaurant in Italy, or just an Italian restaurant in America or somewhere. And he went into and he went in with some friends. He said, I went in and I said, feed me, I'm hungry in Italian. I can say it in 27 languages. Formo affamato. I can speak it, I can write it in hieroglyphics if I have to. And I went in and I said, can we order? And he said, no, first I was going to bring out some food. And I went, okay, this is my new home. And they brought out gnocchi, they brought out breadsticks, they brought out, okay, now we take your order. And I went like, you're not scaring me. And they just kept bringing things out. You know, we were fighting amongst ourselves. We're like, I didn't order this, neither did I. We gotta get out of here. One of our friends, Timmy, he was too skinny. He shouldn't have come. We should have known. Halfway through the meal, he died. And they're still there trying to feed him. What's the matter? You don't like it? And he says, and I'm like, no, he's dead. He's not over here. And that's what your comment of, she's already dead, stop killing her. Turn the windshield wipers off, you're only making it worse.
Honestly, I just flashed back to Natasha's wedding because my friend Natasha is Italian, and her wedding was very much, how much food do you want? Because there's more.
Yeah.
And like, what the chef like came out and like said hello and congratulations to the bride and groom and everything, and sees that I haven't finished my steak, and he's like, you don't like it? And I'm like, oh no, it's lovely, I've just eaten a lot already, because you know they had canapé, so then antipasto, then entree, then pasta, and then main. I was already like multiple courses in.
The photographs of me from that night, I look really sharp, but the waistcoat is like, I can't do it.
I unzipped my bridesmaid dress to give me some breathing room because I had eaten so much food. It was good though. It's very good.
So we're walking past the bridge club. Maurine, Steph's rival, Queen Bee rival.
She thinks she's so fancy with her blue rinse.
Sticks her head out. And I think like she wasn't expecting to see you because you don't normally come in on Thursday. That's her night. And it's kind of an unspoken understanding between the two of you. You do Wednesdays, she has Thursdays. And there between the two she'll meet. And she sees you coming and goes like, the fuck? You do not come into my house on a Thursday.
This is my brunch club,
like,
bitch.
I wasn't.
It's like I was literally just
valiantly trying to hide the fact that we're bleeding out.
Yeah. So, it's like a lovely red shirt you've got on, Stephanie. So,
yeah,
yeah,
that's why
really
I wore
good.
the brown pants. And essentially, bridges a challenge is issued.
It's like, choose your weapon. Bridge.
Stephanie, I look forward to, and it happens every now and again. It doesn't happen every time, but when we review one of these little games, the creator oft sometimes finds someone has played it and then streamed it on YouTube. And we've had it before. We had it with Cartograph. We had it with the Ravens Ridge Emporium. We've had it with Galatea, where the person who wrote it goes like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. It was really kind of you to stream." And I was like, "We really enjoyed it." I really, really hope
This guy
that Enhei
finds a elderly
sees
couple
this and
vampire.
goes, "The fuck did you do with my Vampire the Masquerade variant?"
It's like, hey, old people can play Vampire the Masquerade.
Stephanie destroys Maurine.
If I'd been drinking her blood, she would be like a shriveled up bag.
So, do you think we actually get a blood token, or basically getting in off the street gives Joseph, if not necessarily Stephanie, a chance to like patch himself up a little bit. He goes into the men's room, and he's gone for he's like, oh, prostate, whatever, and he's gone for a little longer than it's not. And was like, where's Joseph? See, good morning, Stephanie. Where's Joseph? Has Joseph come down looking
know.
a
I'm
lot
busy
peakier?
Stephanie. Maurine.
A lot perkier. Standing up straight now, and he's definitely like a whole loo roll wrapped around his midsection to hold the blood in, like fucking mummy style. Okay, well, one victory for us. Let us roll again. Do you have dice?
No, I don't.
I'll roll them.
You were gonna roll it.
Okay. Oh wow.
Oh.
Where are these rolls for D&D? That's a 17 and a filthy and a nat 20.
Ooh. You have an insatiable desire to feed.
Or you find someone that owes you a debt but is unwilling to pay it.
How about some motherfucker who stole all the towels from the halfway house?
I love that. Yes. I think
Just
we'll
left,
do the
he's
nat
like,
20.
where's all the linen?
Yeah. Owes us a debt. I actually love that. Yeah. Like one of the youngsters, we weren't done with helping them when they fucked off, and they kind of ripped us off when they did. They were one of those ones who was like, I'm a vampire, I'm a badass. I'm going to go out and drink blood every night and live the high life and steal from the people I kill and generally just have an awesome time because no one can stop me. And
eat Bella and kill Jacob.
Yeah.
From Ava.
And Stephanie and Joseph are going like, no, you can't. At least partially because going loud is very obvious. And hunters will come for you. And even if they don't, it will make it really hard for everybody else. Like, you'll spoil it for all the other vampires that live here. So this young miscreant, what do we think?
In terms of name?
Name one. Yeah.
It's called
Jackson.
Ben? I was going to say Ben, but Jackson.
Ben?
Ben Jackson.
Ben?
There we go.
Ben Jackson.
Ben Jackson. Bit of a dick.
Just, I think, private schoolboy.
Went to Hale.
And where is this? I have in America.
It can be America.
I think it's small town America. Because Australia just isn't big enough for that kind of small town energy.
Vibe.
I can't imagine a small community of, say, like where I currently am, being able to support 70-odd vampires with a population of maybe 4,000 humans. Um, even though it's very much the world we're describing with Stephanie and Maurine. So yeah, blood token. Uh, 2. Ben Jackson.
Ben
And
Jackson, we meet again. I hope those towels are lasting well. Paid enough for them.
we're still pretty weak, and I think I don't. I. Do you think these two are vegetarians? In that they don't hunt themselves, they don't, and they definitely don't kill. They'll not vegetarians is the wrong word for it, but like they're not the ones, not like they would exist on the blood of cows, but
They
they
don't
wouldn't
kill
kill.
people.
Yeah. Um,
And I like to think, you bite them and then just slip a crisp $20 note into their bag. Be like, sorry.
I think there's something about it, like they don't realize if you don't kill them, it's a sort of there's a soporific, somewhat bewitching
Well,
effect.
amnesia.
Yeah, a little bit
Amnesic?
like,
Yeah, amnesic effect.
and I think that the injury heals quite quickly and cleanly if they don't die. I think the only people who keep the puncture wounds are those that turn or die
Yeah. So you could be bitten and have no idea.
and have no idea. So you just fell asleep at the bus stop after sitting next to that little old lady.
And then you wake up with a £20 note. Yeah.
And you wake up with a like, oh, I don't remember having change. Like, I think it's even like a bus pass, 10
An
free
Amazon
rides
gift
or
card.
something. Yeah. Yeah. I think Joseph. I think a favorite hunting spot is the bus stop.
Yes.
People
Just go
waiting for
sit
the.
down next to someone and
It's
leave them
like
enough money for a
people,
taxi.
and Joseph. I think Joseph definitely sees it as a not a community service a little bit, but like I was like, this is somebody who probably like people who take the bus probably
We
aren't super well off.
we nibble on the needy.
So we take from the needy, but we also give back. Like, and he will give them a 10 ride bus pass. Put that in their pocket. It was like that is straight. That is cash you can spend, but not on drugs. Um, I think he's like that is a useful thing for you, and it will probably be worth more than a $20 note. But he can buy them with his seniors card, so he gets a discount.
He's giving people discounted bus passes in exchange for letting him drink their
Blood,
blood.
but they don't know.
Well,
They don't
for
remember.
taking their blood.
Yeah. So they'll two of them will come along and hello dear, lovely to hear. How are you tonight? And then while Stephanie is engaging the young thing in conversation and figuring out exactly should we be taking, like I was like, I'm just on my way home to look after my 3 children, which I am raising solo. They sort of gauge exactly how, whether or not they I think these two are like, oh no, we no. And she looks over her shoulder and like there's a small shake of the head, and Joseph goes, nah, we'll wait for another one.
There's always another bus. Also,
Yeah.
hi Alexander Nord.
We're talking about ethical vampires.
Alexander has asked, are we talking about VTMB? What does that stand for? Vampire
Vampire the Masquerade.
But what does the B stand for?
Bloodlust?
We're playing Bloodless, which is just a little
Bloodless
solo
is
RPG.
it is a spiritual successor, I think, is a way
It was
described.
inspiration.
But rules very light.
Oh, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
Yeah, Bloodlines. There you go. Yeah, if there's a B in the title of a vampire game, it's probably blood of some
Blood
sort or
or
another.
something
Yeah.
blood related.
So
yeah, Alexander, this is lovable old couple, Stephanie and Joseph, who are also vampires.
Who didn't want to die during the Spanish flu, and as a favor for looking after him for a little while, a vampire turned them, and was generally like told off by the other vampires, like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But then these lovely old people who are just like, just the pillars of their community become pillars of the vampire community. And I think opinion in the vampire community is very much split about these two.
Either think they're adorable or an abomination.
This is genuinely charming and a fucking problem.
It's like, stop turning old people. We
So,
want more young,
Ben Jackson.
sexy vampires. So Ben Jackson stole all our towels.
Yeah. And I think, like, possibly ripped off a couple of the others who were staying there as well. Possibly the silverware.
Basically robbed us on the way out.
Yeah, just robbed us. And Joseph went and got it back. Like, he pawned it, and Joseph went and was like, didn't even buy it, Joseph dead set just vampired it out again. Was like, yeah,
he just had a nibble on the pawn shop owner.
And it's like, dude, it's so easy to get money. Why do you have to be a dick? Like, this is why Joseph finds Ben so irritating. And it's like, you could have 95% of the amount of fun you're having right now without murdering anyone. The world is your oyster. Why are you being a cunt?
It's like, this doesn't have to be so hard.
If you have this much power, why be a dick with it? It just speaks to who you are, and Joseph. That's what Joseph finds objectionable about Ben.
You little turd.
What?
She got my headphone cable. Like,
Has
so quick
she
as well.
nibbled it?
Yeah, she nibbled it. It's not
it
all the way through.
Okay.
But the wiring is
She's
now
having the spicy hay. All right. So
I might have to put
Ben
it
owes
back.
us a
She's
debt, but is
very
unwilling
active
to
tonight.
pay it. Is this the point where we and we go like, is this the right moment?
Maybe.
I reckon we find him, and I think he is about to have an altercation with some other vampires that he is also pissed off. And he sees us and goes, oh, those two lovable saps. Comes to us, and like, he is stronger than Joseph and Stephanie. He could, like, in terms of just he is a young vampire. Like, if he wanted to, he could take advantage of them. But these others come up, and there is a discussion. But these ones are very much on Joseph and Stephanie's side.
It's like, you robbed these lovely old people. For
It's
some
like
reason,
these two,
he's Jason
like,
Statham.
one of them is actually one of our youngsters that we helped.
Yeah. Who's played by
And-
Jason Statham.
Yes, of course. And
Oh, hello,
We are-
Mitch.
hey, Mitch.
Welcome.
Hey, buddy. How you going, buddy? I reckon we are clearly in need of a feed. And they decide that Ben, to get out of the trouble he's obviously in, needs to help us find something to eat. Has to find prey for us, and not, but also, like, and we go, but no killing. So this would be an influence roll, for sure.
Yeah.
So let's roll influence. 3d4s. Holy shit! Wow, that is a triple 4.
We fucking
That's
ace it.
huge.
We like flex our authority.
Yeah, it's dead set. And Joseph just sort of crosses his arms, and the other's like, "Yeah, Ben, you're doing this."
Stephanie
If Joseph
just
is cross
for
with you,
I just beat Marjorie at bridge. There's nothing I can't do.
fucking glowing. So Ben,
Sparkling under the streetlights.
yeah, Ben goes and we sort of shadow him. In fact, we pretend to be his parents, and he takes us for a meal because he's got the money, and we chow down on the maitre d'. He engineers a situation where we manage to get the maitre d' alone, and we recover.
Amazing.
Is convinced.
It's like the maitre d' is a delight.
What
Don't you
was
dare do
it?
this again.
There was a thing on Instagram. Uh, so somebody was writing, is it wild that I have this fantasy where this gorgeous, attractive couple who are clearly massively into each other, just sort of incredibly, everything is just overlaid with so much tension, invite me round to dinner where they eat very little and drink only red wine. And I'm fed thoroughly, and there's constant references to how delectable, and just as an awful lot of food metaphors and innuendos throughout the entire thing. And then at the end of it says, that's how that night goes. And then at the end of it says, if it's not clear, obviously, at the end of it, I get railed. And I was just like, it would be fun to have a threesome with Gomez and Morticia. Is convinced to help us find something to eat. Someone.
Could you find us someone for dinner?
I just need somebody to eat. Takes us to a restaurant. And we look seriously out of place, which helps because they seat us around the corner from everybody, because obviously we're two who look like, I think Joseph is wearing like a flannel shirt, which is quite bulky around his midsection because of all the padding from the rudimentary bandaging he did. Fancy restaurant.
Oh, Tony has resubbed. Thank you, Tony.
Thanks for the resub, you bloody champion. Good on you, mate. We eat the maitre d'.
Just a little bit. He's fine. He'll be fine. He gets a good tip.
Yeah.
Like
he
good
gets such a
tippers
good
because
tip.
we keep drinking
And
the stuff.
what's really funny is, I think Stephanie goes, don't forget to tip him.
At least 20%.
Ben's like, fuck. I could just mind control him and make him think we tipped him really well. She's like,
no. Actually,
and she
tip
wraps him
dear.
across the knuckles with a spoon.
Don't make me lecture you about the minimum wage and tipping
We
culture.
didn't raise you
Tip
like
the
that.
Sir. Tip the gentleman.
Yes, mother.
Tony is asking how we're doing. Pretty good.
Tired, mate, but good. I swam a kilometer for the first time in over 2 years. Probably longer. Today. Shit, it's probably at least 5 years since I swam a K. Was wild because I got home and I said to Dad, and Dad was like, that was fast. You built back up to that really quickly. Because this is my third swim. My first one I managed 625 meters and I was dying at the end. And I thought the pool was only 20 meters long and that I had only done 500. And I was like, this is depressing because I am absolutely shattered. I had a headache for half an hour after swimming. I drained a liter of water and was still thirsty. And my legs, I could not climb out of the pool. I had to take the stairs, not the ladder. There is a staircase for the old people to get in. And I was like, fuck it, I'll walk to that because I'm not confident I can use the ladder. I already tried to haul my steaming carcass out onto the side. And it was just, because it's a clear foot above the water level. I was like, no, not in the deep end. No way. Fresh, I could absolutely have done it. But my shoulders had just pulled my body and I swim breaststroke, so the bulk of it is my shoulders doing the heavy lifting. And then I did 750 the following day on Tuesday, and then yesterday I had a day off because there was a staff meeting, and this afternoon I did I did 40 laps. I did a fair amount of them. I took it easy on myself. I did probably 10 laps backstroke, which is the easiest. And I actually don't, it wasn't proper backstroke because I wasn't using my arms. I was just resting, but I was keeping my body in motion and therefore my heart rate up because for me, it's cardio. I'm not trying to build muscle. I'm just trying to get rid of fat. The muscle will happen. It just does. But yeah. But otherwise, really
Mitch would
good.
like to know if you wear your Speedos from the lottery.
So, fun story. I took not Speedos, but I did take my bathers. I brought bathers down with me specifically for this reason. And then I put my foot through them on the first day.
Which is quite an achievement.
So I did my first swim with one leg about 6 inches shorter than the other because I'd torn the bottom off because the Manjimup pool is kept at 28 degrees, or no, sorry, 29.5 degrees, which is fucking warm. And the outside air was not that warm, so it was humid as heck in there. So I was like damp, and my foot got stuck, like my wet foot got stuck in the clothing as I put it on. And then that yank also put 2 fingers through the fabric on the other side. So I was just like, this isn't a good look. So I've been borrowing my dad's bathers, and Dad does not own Budgie Smugglers, for which we are all very grateful. Let's roll another 2d20s, shall we?
Oh, yes.
An 18 and a 4.
Ooh.
You meet someone who claims you owe them a favor, or a priest and their religious followers stand in your way. Both could be fun.
Could it be a church we left because we thought someone was onto us? And we discover now with devastating clarity they absolutely were.
Yeah.
Oh, Father Donahue, fancy seeing you out of here. Oh, not the garlic.
So, yes, definitely. But, and I think this will probably be a cunning roll, but they have very antiquated ideas of what vampires are like scared of. So they've got the crosses and the garlic, and like Stephanie uses a lot of garlic in her cooking and always has. Crosses, no, not really. Silver, stake through the heart. Sunlight, absolutely.
Yeah.
The primary way of debilitating a vampire is no blood. So yeah, exsanguination is probably the simplest way. So Father Donahue.
And a number of parishioners.
Donahue plus the parish committee, the parish council.
Yes. The parish committee. Oh my god, I'm picturing like
what are all these people doing out on a Thursday night?
Hot Fuzz with the village committee.
Yeah.
For the greater good.
Entirely that. Onto us.
Did I leave my casserole dish at the potluck, Father?
I think it's really, they definitely are churchgoers.
Oh yeah. I think they can't cross the threshold, but they absolutely can.
Yeah. And this is the thing, they're like, but we stopped coming because we started to think they might be onto us. We only go to the midnight masses, obviously. And that's what's happening. It's midnight mass. And it's just gotten out, so it's close on to 1 a.m. And the midnight mass is getting out. And were they going looking for a vampire? Is this
I like to think they've been
up?
Trying to track us down. Father Donahue's been like, they have made a deal with the devil. We must find them and banish them from our fair city.
So is he trying to kill us, or is he just trying to get rid of us?
I think he's trying to like almost exercises, but it's not working because
I think
he's
I
using
think he
garlic
plans
and
to burn
crosses.
at the. Yeah, I reckon he is. I think he is fully anticipating that his crucifix and his garlic will do the trick. He's got a silver crucifix, um,
Don't want to touch that.
but as a God botherer, he is very much of the opinion that God is his holy symbol will do the trick if he has enough faith. Oh, good. The computer's decided I haven't paid it enough attention recently. What are you doing? Yeah, the parish community are onto us. How do we resolve it? Do we fake our own deaths?
I was thinking.
Do we cunning it or?
I was thinking we like pretend to be succumbing to like their methods.
Yeah.
And then when they think they have us at a loss, we do like a big scary and then flee into the night, leaving them all in piss-soaked pants.
Yeah. Do we? I think this night is going to wind up with us probably having to leave the town.
Yeah, the church can.
So I don't know if
they
that
are
was
a
necessarily
bunch
the
of
conclusion.
gossips.
Yeah.
It's over.
I think like Stephanie's like, thank God we beat I beat Maurine because we're gonna have to leave, and I didn't want to let that bitch think she had me.
Means I'll be top of the leaderboard forever.
You've definitely got the
set club record.
There's a mug. I think it's a coffee mug of current champion mug that the current champion keeps. And you have to defeat them to get the mug. And you're like, I'm having this.
That mug is mine, Marjorie.
I'm not leaving it for you. They can get a new bloody mug.
Pretty sure I'm alternating between Marjorie.
It's Maurine. It's Maurine.
Cool.
So we are definitely going to try and they are going to. Oh no!
Oh, not the garlic! Oh!
So I'm gonna roll it. Oh shit! I straight up had a 4, 2 and a 4.
Are we ever gonna lose? We're just gonna.
I love this. I'm not even cheating. I promise. I reckon Maurine is the better actress.
She's putting some hours at the community theatre.
Yeah, dead set. She's the wardrobe lady at the community rep. Or was in a previous iteration, not here. She's like, guys, too much drama.
Picks a different hobby every city.
Yeah.
This one's bridge.
She's like, when you've got all of eternity, you master things and then you move on.
I have now become the queen of bridge.
Yeah, that bridge is this iteration's. Yeah, well, Joseph joined the local men's shed and taught carpentry. So yeah, Father Donahue and the parish council try and sort of torches and they did not expect to find us as quickly as they did, and yeah, we ham it up. I think Joseph is far less convincing, but a bit more scary when he turns. And there's a shriek, and they flee. Alrighty, let's try again. Go for
High five, Joseph.
On to us. They
were very patronizing.
They're garlic.
Should we leave some garlic
crosses.
for them when we leave? Just they find a basket of garlic on the church step.
And then...
With much love, Stephanie and Joseph. Nice knowing you.
Shock them and flee. All right. A 7 and an 8. Someone from your past appears and asks something of you. You wander into a trap.
Mm.
We've just escaped a trap.
Well, a religious mob.
Victor. The one who turned us.
Ooh, our maker.
Appears from our past and asks something of us. Possibly he has ticked off the wrong vampire. And we've got 3 blood tokens.
Oh, yeah. We haven't needed them thus far. We're unstoppable.
He is. I think it's just. I reckon it's the dice rewarding us for being wholesome as fuck.
They're a sweet old vampire couple, you know.
Yeah. They'll all the luck will be burned on this as well, by the way. So when we come to the final roll,
next D&D game, absolutely fun.
Trash.
All the ones.
So, yeah, Victor shows up and he's ticked off a really powerful vampire, possibly because he has really unconventional taste in turning people. Could he have turned?
Yes, Victor likes to. He's like a collector, but of vampires. He wants to, like, he never turns the same sort of person twice. So we're the only elderly couple.
So what's he done now? And I actually think that's what Joe's like. What have you done now? I don't think we view him as our maker. We must obey. It's not like that. It's
Victor, darling. Give us a hug.
Come in.
Do you want a cup of tea?
Or rather, I think Stephanie goes, Victor, lovely. And Joseph goes, what have you done now?
Don't take that tone with him. I'm sure it's nothing.
And Victor goes,
nothing, right?
Actually, Maurine, Stephanie, I should probably ask, who have you done now? I want to say a child. Turned a kid.
And what are we supposed to do about that?
Oh, I don't think Stephanie and Joseph would actually disapprove. I want to say it's a Make-A-Wish Foundation. Kid is dying of leukemia. And this is kind of Victor's MO. He finds people who don't want to die.
And what the kid's dying wish was to meet a vampire. And Victor's like, hello!
No.
You want to become
Kid's
vampire?
His dying wish was not this, but the kid, like, it wasn't Make-A-Wish exactly, but yeah, like, Victor looks for those that are sick or dying, and he's like, I think Victor thinks of it kind of as a blessing. And really gets off on spreading the love. However,
little vampirism for you, double vampirism for you.
A riddled 8-year-old who doesn't really know how to control the superhuman strength and bloodthirst,
but is also not stoked.
And has been told that not only are they not going to die, but actually will live forever. As long as they prey on the living, and has a child's level of impulse control, which is, I can tell you from personal experience, not fantastic. And I reckon the kid is no more than 8 or 10. And yes, a decent sized group of. I don't think there's anything like a vampire council or whatever, but there is a powerful vampire has taken exception to this.
Understandably.
Possibly because the kid was hunting in his area and the kid was causing a ruckus. Not unlike the young lady we dealt with earlier tonight.
The kid has just lowered the tone of the neighborhood.
I think in a different city, and it's not in a local little town. It is a city, and the kid has left a bloody streak a mile wide, and Victor needs a place to lay low, and I possibly even transport away.
It's like, we're lucky for you, dear. The church committee's on to us, so we're out of here.
You can come with us, I suppose, as long as you help pack the truck.
And refrain from trolling the makers.
Turning anybody else. Just for a few days. It's not a blessing, but you don't have to give it away so willy-nilly.
8-year-olds don't have the best judgment, dear.
And Victor was like, well, he wasn't going to make it to 9.
And now
One of the nurses said he had perhaps 48 hours.
Well, I suppose that's kind of sweet of you.
Look, we're not saying it's wrong, we just don't do it. Sometimes you just have to let nature take its course.
If we made every dying 8-year-old into a vampire, we'd be overrun.
Yes. Victor has pissed off
Count Novichok. I'm sorry. Bad Keren. Honestly, though, I think Count Novichok is a pretty good name.
I don't mind Novichok, possibly, but it's like Dmitry Novichok. Like Russian mobster turned vampire.
Yes.
And like, this is fine, actually, arguably better. Yeah, crime boss, does not care for Victor, has beef from way back, and is now like, what, you unleashed an 8-year-old in my city with the bloodthirst? No, you do not do this. Has pissed off Dmitry Novichok.
The surnames sound like Serbian, though. Well, Novichok is Russian. It's not a name. Novichova. No, wait.
I don't mind Serbian. I don't mind Serbian.
How
Dmitry Novichok. I like Novichok.
As you conjugate the surname. Yeah, it ends with a. So Novichov. Dmitry Novichov.
An 8-year-old leukemia patient.
Naughty boy.
Terminal leukemia case. Who went kill crazy.
I like to think that Dmitry is very much angry at Victor, but he's also trying to recruit the 8-year-old.
Dmitry has. That's it. And it would. I kind of think, at least partially, I think this is an influence role, and I think partially Joseph calls Dmitry and says, and Dimitri's like, you've got Victor. And he says, I don't. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. This isn't about Victor. The 8-year-old. Where is it? And
what have you done with the child?
What about the child? Are you going to look after it? We will if you don't, and we would like to even if you do.
No,
and Stephanie's like, you're going to let him keep it? And he said, I would prefer if you let us deal with the child.
It's like, no, child make excellent gangster. No one see coming.
I'm sure he will. That's rather my concern, Dmitry.
Well, if he becomes annoying, I send.
My experience of 8-year-olds, he absolutely will.
We give Dmitry like a week before he's begging us to take this 8-year-old.
Like, you have my number, Dmitry. And best of luck finding Victor. I shall have words with him myself when I see him.
Also,
so this is
hi,
a kind of
House.
Partially we're trying to call Dmitry off. Partially we're trying to disguise the fact that we do know where Victor is. And you can't read someone's mind over the phone.
No, that'd make it too easy.
So influence roll, you think, my lovely?
Yeah, this feels like influence. We've
It's
met
not
Dimitri.
ferocity.
His grandma, very nice.
Like we're playing on we are pillars of the community.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. That is our first not fantastic.
Ooh.
We got two threes and a two, and seeing as two of the numbers were the same, we do get to re-roll. That's a one. Um, so yeah, we lose a dice,
But gain a blood token.
but we do gain a blood token.
So we
So we
get
have
what we
four
want,
blood tokens,
but things get complicated.
and we have to burn a bit of our influence to convince Dimitri to leave, to call Dimitri off Victor.
Like he agrees to leave Victor alone, but
Or rather, I think we throw him off the case.
yeah, he still
And
wants
he
Victor.
agrees to send us the kid if the kid ever gets annoying. And we're like, I think Joseph hangs up the phone and says, so he says he'll send the kid along if the kid ever gets annoying. And I said, I'll hold him to that, which is, I think, Joseph's catchphrase. People know, like, Joseph is, like, they're both sweet and innocent, and neither of them are violent. But when Joseph says something, Joseph is a what man say man do kind of guy. Han, love you, man. There's a story behind that, but I won't tell it. Vietnamese chap, lovely bloke, way to live your life. And
But Victor is still very much.
The influence is we helped raise well over 50 odd vampires that would otherwise have been problems just like this kid. Even the ones we didn't raise respect the shit out of that. They are not fighters, but they have a small army they could call on if they wanted to. Don't push them because we genuinely don't know. Like, no one really knows what these two will do. So, and no one has yet been prepared to find out. And yeah, so I think, they have to burn a bit of their influence to do that, but they do get another blood token. Cool. And the kid, and he hangs up and says, he says he'll send the kid along if he ever gets irritating. And I said, I will hold him to that. And Stephanie goes, you can't just let him keep the kid. And he says, Stephanie, it's an 8-year-old with the bloodthirst. He'll be irritated with it within a week. We will take that time to set ourselves up in a new place, and then congratulations, you get to be a mother again. Cool.
But
Let us roll again.
Go, yeah. This is number 5?
Ooh. 2 and a 19.
Ooh. You find yourself in another vampire's territory. You are not welcome here.
Welcome here. A vampire of higher authority asks you to do something for them. It has to be that. It has to be Dimitri asks us to do something in exchange.
It's like, alright, I not kill Victor yet. But you have to do something for me.
You must do something for Dimitri. What do we have to do?
Excuse me. Got bunny flu in my throat. Although the bunny is finally settled. Your little loaf. So what sort of favor would a Russian gangster ask of the elderly couple?
Would it be... I think it would be our skill set. So it would be like take responsibility for... Or it would be punishing us for... So forcing us to do something we don't like doing. Those are the two options. Um, I'm going to request a little breaklet,
Yes.
a short little 5 minute, because I need a bio break,
No worries. We
and
will
we'll
take
have
a
a think.
we'll have a little break and think what we'll have to do for Dimitri. Feel free to chuck your suggestions in
Yes,
chat.
I
Yeah.
chat, please.
Tony, Alexander, Mitch, Shanna, Reveljacks. What favour do we have to do
What
for the Russian
should we
gangster?
do? Yeah,
The vampire Dimitri. Okay. We'll see
I
you
freaking
in
love
5
this.
minutes.
See you very soon, everybody.
See you
Say
in
bye,
5.
Karen.
Bye.
Blast ahoy and g'day, mateys. We be back for some more Bloodless, the solo vampire storytelling game.
Which we are playing together because we can.
Because you totally can. The only note I'd have about it so far is that the world building prompts aren't particularly heavy. There are some, and I think the ones that there are really well written, but you have to sort of establish a lot for yourself. And like it helps that Karen and I are both semi-professional at bare minimum to dead set, actually, let's be honest, professional storytellers. I think actually no, we're definitely
professional
both
storytellers
professional storytellers. That would be a fair thing to call us. So our instinct is to immediately figure those sorts of things out. So I worry that other players might have less, but with less experience doing so, might have a little bit more trouble with it. But I don't think a lot. The shortcut you can easily take is obviously just pick your favorite vampire franchise. You're in that world.
Yeah. It's like we are.
Provided you know the rules
Twilight.
of it pretty well, then you don't have to establish your own. Whereas we like to go from scratch because we make things hard for ourselves. So we've just talked Dmitry Novichok down from going ham on our maker Victor for creating a terminal leukemia 8-year-old into a vampire.
The 8-year-old is stoked.
Dmitry
But now we must do favor.
asks a favor.
I think he wants us to go and warn someone in the local area that's been giving him shit. He's like, you go visit the so and so.
I think he's already sent
Antonio de Clara.
He has maybe sent his toughs, and they were sent packing, and now he is sending Joseph and Stephanie with a very different kind of message. Same meaning, but a very different mode of delivery.
You tell him, he stay out of my business. I'm the accent everywhere.
Serbian is hard.
Not even sure what a Serbian accent would sound
Neither.
like.
My best Serbian impression is "Die, Mr. Ferdinand, die."
Do you not get that reference?
Franz Ferdinand. He was killed by a Serbian.
Oh, right.
Serbian nationalist called. No, it's not coming. But he died in prison. That boy. Hardly surprising. What's hilarious was that there was like a plot to assassinate the Archduke, and they were all like, "Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna ambush the cavalcade," and the ambush happens, but they fuck it up, and nobody gets shot. And not Dimitri.
Serbian guy.
It's really bugging me because I do know it.
Hang on.
He'd gone. He'd been depressed because it had all fucked up. Nothing had gone well. He hadn't even been there on time. So he went to get himself a sandwich. At a
Gavrilo
delicatessen
Princip.
sort of thing. Gavrilo Princip. That's it. Thank you. Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, damn it! I'm the worst revolutionary. Ugh, I'm gonna get a sandwich." And think about what I've done. And
I'm gonna eat my sandwich and thinking about what a terrible revolutionary I
I
am.
couldn't even kill a single guy and his wife. And then they just happen to drive past the deli as he's coming out with his sandwich. Like, there was a grenade thrown earlier, and it got another car, and that caused the entire thing to go off the rails because Franz and his wife went to the event they were going to and then decided to go to the hospital to make sure everybody who was injured in the grenade blast was okay.
They sound like nice people.
This is the thing. So, yeah, they weren't actually, like, his wife was not going to be empress, even though he was next in line.
It was a morganistic marriage? Morganic?
Yeah, because she wasn't fancy enough. She was quite like noble, but she wasn't properly noble. She had been like a handmaiden to one of the big queens, and that's how he'd met her. And he'd fallen in love with her and courted her. And his dad, who was a Habsburg, said no.
He's a Habsburg. He's got no right telling anyone who should they be marrying. We've just been raided! Hello,
Raiders!
Jack! Welcome!
We are doing a history lesson, apparently. Anyway, yeah. Gavrilo
We're taking a break from our vampire RPG to talk about the assassination of Franz Ferdinand.
And Gavrilo Princip comes out, and he's like having his sandwich, feeling bad about himself, playing with the gun in his pocket, and then who would come by and then come to a halt like the engine stalled or something, literally in front of him. And he's like, well, maybe I'm not that shit a revolutionary. Pulls out his revolver, shoots both of them as well. He gets Sophie as well. Sophie tried to, I feel like one of them tried to shield the other with their body after they got shot. And I can't remember which way around it was. And his last words were were really lovely as well. I think she died first, and he was like, his last thought was for her. It was generally like sweet and lovely, and it's a real shame that the Serbians had a valid point too, unfortunately, historically.
Yeah. That's the trouble. They were still royalty, so there was probably some dodgy shit.
Oh, look, it wasn't great. The thing was, my understanding of it was that because Austro-Hungary was a weird empire because it was two nations already, and it was actually made up of about four, and they were just talking about partitioning off another bit because the Serbs all lived in Serbia, and they would still be ruled by the emperor, but it would be Austro-Hungary Serbia. And then they were talking about maybe giving Serbia to the Serbs and actually just giving away part of the empire, which was hugely unpopular among basically everybody who wasn't a Serb. But Franz Ferdinand, hilariously, was quite in favor of it.
It's like, no, dude, you should have got him on your side.
Yeah, he was team them. He was very progressive for his time, obviously. Anyway, let's get back into it.
It's funny when they're like, they were so progressive for their time. Like,
it's unreasonable to expect anybody to be much more than that, though. I think. Like, you just can't judge the people in the past by modern standards. It's A, not fair, and B, unreasonable.
Terrace like, and then a band was named after him. The tribute he really wanted was to be.
Hey, look, I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right, so Dimitri gets us to go and see an opponent, an enemy of his. So Jack, for our raiders, we are playing Bloodless, a solo vampire TTRPG or role play game. It's not a tabletop role play game. You consider the table and you can do it if you want to, but you don't have to. And we thought for Halloween, seeing as we're a player down, we play this instead. And it's a 16-page PDF, but the first 4 pages are the title and like artwork and stuff. So there's about 10 pages of content. It's super simple, and we're having great fun with it. Playing
Yeah, it's simple.
absolutely
It's
not
fun.
as intended.
I'm trying to think
It's
of
not designed to be
Franz
played
Ferdinand
two-player, but
now.
there's no reason why you couldn't. We're playing functionally a couple, but we're using a single stat block for the pair because it's really just how you choose to tell the story. It's storytelling prompts with some dice, and a really simple mechanic to. If I was going to expand it at all, I would increase the random table of what happens. But I think 20 when you're only rolling 6 events, 20 is probably enough.
Mm.
It's really about replayability and how many times you would expect the people buying the game to want to play it. As a solo game, I genuinely don't know. I yeah, even the solo games I have played, and there have been quite a few, I have never played solo.
No, we've always
Karen
done
and I play together.
together. I think they're meant to be like journaling activities.
This one is kind of a journaling one. So Dimitri asks a favor in return to send a message
Hmm. To a local Italian gangster.
to and he's not a vampire.
Yeah, he's human.
Yeah. How do we play this?
Mm. Like,
Um,
would this guy know about vampires, or would that be a surprise for
I
him?
don't think he knows about vampires. Um,
Well, we
I
could we
kind
could
of
go in and be like, our friend Dimitri has some friends in very dark places.
and like reveal the vampirism. I
Yeah.
actually kind of want to say Dimitri forbids us.
Oh, we have to do it without saying we're vampires. Boo,
Like
Dimitri.
Dimitri does not want this guy knowing about vampires
Mm.
because that's leverage. If this guy finds out about vampires, then Dimitri will either has to kill him or turn him.
Mm.
Otherwise, the guy goes to the cops and say, like, he's like, I will find a way to tell the authorities that you're a vampire. That is too much power for the other person to have over me. You
Well, we could
cannot
always
let
go
him
in
know.
there and use like a vampire super strength to like break some guy's arm.
I'm
Be
really
like,
liking. I was going
Dimitri
to say,
sends his regards. Oh yeah.
I really like this. I say we use ferocity
Yes.
because it's fucking funny to imagine a pair of septuagenarians going in and like wrecking some shit, like
Beating
going
up his goons.
full equalizer on this, like Denzel going, putting down the watch, putting down a walking stick. You have no idea the night I have had. I
Taking
am
off her
now having.
shawl, folding it up. Dimitri's
I
very
reckon.
upset with you, dear.
I reckon she throttles a guy with her shawl.
Yeah. I'll throttle a guy with my shawl. Um, you'll do some kung fu.
It's a walking stick. He
Oh yeah,
doesn't need it, but he has a cane. Um,
it's
I know
mainly for
it's an
vibes.
umbrella. It's an umbrella.
Mm.
It's an umbrella with an antler top
Ooh,
that
I like
he
that.
he made at the men's shed. And yeah, it's a combination of the Equalizer and the scene from Kingsman. Um,
Yes, manners maketh man.
it's like I dislike organized crime, but I will not abide rudeness. And I think they go in, we're just going to talk. We're just going to talk. Then he says something uncon about Stephanie. And Joseph
Mm.
fucking loses it.
It's like
I
I
think he
only
says, it's
listen to
like, who
women
is this
whose tits aren't
bitch?
touching
And
their
Joseph is
knees.
smack. Yeah, yeah.
It's like, well,
Um, Send a message to a rival. Um,
It's like, I'll choke Dimitri out with my
cunning
shawl
was
while you beat up his
intended.
goons.
Cunning
Single
was
handed.
intended, but ferocity wound up being what they did.
Got a sleepy bun now.
My dog has gone into my bedroom. I left the door open so she could come in and hang out with me. But my bedroom is across the hall where her
Yeah.
food is as well. And I was like, I'll leave the door open in case she wants to go in for the food. The other two dogs in the house who will steal the food if they can are currently stuck in a different part of the house. But I'm pretty confident she's just climbed on the bed and gone to sleep. I think that is the thing she misses most about being at home. Um, because Keren is a good snuggle buddy for Siri.
I'm
Um,
very obliging. I tend to do stuff on the couch or the bed. That's why having a laptop is so good.
yeah. Well, I have his laptop now. I just don't have it here. Thank you, Terrace. Um, so let's we roll our single dice for ferocity, but we do have a gifted D4. So I
Shall
will,
we?
I think, burn it now.
Yeah, let's roll two to see if we can pull this off.
Pair of threes, which
Ooh.
means it succeeds, but we lose a dice. But we can't lose a dice from ferocity. However, pair of threes means you do get to roll one more.
Did we
Another
do?
three. Yeah, it's a three. Okay, the answer is three.
Terrace, to answer your question, the laptop has been serviced. I haven't really played around with it, but it's working.
It will struggle to be worse than the one I am currently using.
They replaced the paste and asked me what
The
sort of
yeah,
cat. Sorry,
the heat
what sort of
conduction
animal was in
paste.
the house.
Um, yeah, we kick the shit out of this guy's goons, and he backs right off.
But
Um,
it says there's complications. So what is?
oh, on a three,
Yeah, on a three,
we
it
do get a
says
blood token as well. I
you
think the
get what you want,
complication
but
is.
things get complicated.
I think the complication is we take one of them with us because we are really hurting at this point, and we're still hungry.
We take one of his dudes as a snack.
And or rather just holy shit, these old people just beat the shit out of me and my men. They are freakishly strong. What the fuck? So whilst I don't think he thinks we're like you don't automatically think vampire, you definitely go like there is something off about that. So I think possibly what the complication is this gangster is now like, who the fuck are these people?
We're on his
Um,
radar now.
yeah, and that could be problematic.
It
But
could be.
we still have a got another blood token,
Excellent.
which means we have five. We have yet to fail to get a blood token, even though we have lost a dice.
So,
But that's not bad. We've got one left. This is the last one.
yeah, last event.
Sadly, before the finale, we are now on uh, Anatoly. No, we need an Italian. Um,
Bruno Marone.
Bruno Moroni. Bruno.
I love my proper Italian pronunciation and then Josh's horrible bastardization.
Bruno Moroni. Moroni.
Bruno Marone. You got to do the thing.
Sono affermato.
Non hai visto niente.
Smile and wave, boys.
Smile.
Bruno Moroni's radar. I am hanging out all day, every day with a seriously ocker bloke. Um, my mentor at school is nice bloke, but he would Bruno. Um, he's very literal in his pronunciations. There's a little an Asian girl called Chico, and I've asked her. It is pronounced Chico. He pronounces it Chieko because that's how it's spelled. And I was like, you know, it's not that. And he was just like, I don't want to fuck with it. No one can criticize me for pronouncing it the way it's spelled. And I'm like, well, you can if you just ask the child.
Mm.
Um,
I'm like, I'm criticizing you all the way over here.
like I'm doing that right now. All right, one last time, one last
Okay,
roll.
roll them
12 and a
bones.
17. You have an insatiable desire to feed, or a strange creature stands in your way. We have had insatiable desire to feed before, but we have also fed to them.
Yeah, we just
So
had a
unless our
snack.
exertions with Bruno Morone um, caused us to need to eat, and that's like the on-flow from the last one, the exacerbation from the last one. Um, yeah, if that is something that, or we can do strange creature.
Maybe
It
we.
could be that Bruno actually has a little bit of something something himself. Not maybe he has a like what is a more Italian-esque? Because vampire obviously very Eastern European, very like Russian tracks a bit for it.
Ooh, let me. Italian folklore creature.
Have a sort of a gabagool. I don't know what a gabagool is, but a ghoul is the joke I was making. Um,
Ooh, here we go.
that they would
Demons,
call
monsters,
upon,
and ghosts of Italian folklore.
like
Incubus
witches.
and succubus.
Oh, no, not that much. It's also like a demon.
Babao,
A babao?
the boogeyman. Badalisk,
I would imagine a lot of Italian ones are sort of lifted from Greek.
Badalisco, said to be born in the Black Gorga near the Fonte del Bobeto.
The
Bizarre
book to
snake the
find them
size
would
of a
actually
man.
be a snake the
Ooh,
size of
La
what?
Bafana. It's a very old woman who flies on a broom to visit the children on the night between 5th and 6th of January.
So
So
he
it's
sets his own old person on us? A
maybe
witch?
maybe we have inadvertently attracted the attention of La Bafana, who had beef of her own with Bruno Maurine.
So we're doing strange creature stands in your way.
I do like that.
Yeah,
Or
dead set. So final one, La Basana.
La Befana. It is
Could you
spelled
spell that?
Befana. She's a nice lady like Santa, dude. Hey, Terrace, she doesn't have to be mean.
She's a strange creature.
Yeah.
We instantly get that she's like, well, it's probably the broom, but like we instantly like, okay, that's a human, but it's also sort of not.
Mm,
Um,
thinking.
I think this is the kind of world where all creatures of the night can sense each other. Like I
Mm.
know, like knows like, even if I don't know exactly what you are, I know you ain't human. Um,
She sensed the commotion in
yeah.
Bruno's place and was like,
So Bruno didn't call her. She's not
I think
Bruno's.
she's unrelated. She was just in the area and has zoned in on us and is like, this is peculiar. They look like
Um,
me, but not.
I think vampire. My feeling is that vampires are fairly common or garden in the mystical world behind the world
Mm.
of this world. Um, whereas this La Befana is way weirder. Certainly outside of Italy.
Mm. She's a rare beast.
Sure. Whereas, so she's probably encountered vampires before, but
Mm.
never old ones.
Yeah.
Is that her like because this isn't necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't imply it's a bad thing necessarily, but we do have to
Mm.
use a skill to get around it.
Yeah, because
Um,
it's nearly
we are. I
dawn.
think this is us. Just we just need to get home. Oh my God, it's on the bus.
Yes. We meet
It's
La
on the
Bafana on the
bus.
bus.
And we are like scoping out a potential snack before home, where we are going to spend the day with the blinds down packing, um, and possibly getting out our children's books.
Finding the ones suitable for
Yeah,
8-year-olds.
suitable for 8-year-olds, brushing up on our. All right, how do we do spelling again? No, you're not allowed to smack the kids anymore as well. We remember this. Um, and I was like, I personally I don't see what's wrong with a ruler. Um, that's
He's
Joseph, not Josh.
joking! He's joking!
That's Joseph, not Josh. Um, so yeah, we're scoping this, and then we both look at this other little old lady who gets onto the bus with a wicker broom
And just sits and stares right at
at
us.
like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And she kind of has the vibe of just finished cleaning the hospital, kind of when the lights are low. Like you could see her with the yellow gloves, but she's not. I don't think full, like, she's not a witch. I don't think there's like black lace.
No. And I think it's more that she's very protective of this place. And she's
Sure.
like,
We're
you
not in
just
our
beat up
turf.
some Italian gangsters. Are you
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
a problem in my town?
Right. Okay, that's her issue. Because we're not on our terms. This is not where we're from, so we're a little bit outside of our normal
Yeah, we had to go to the
realm.
Italian quarter to deal with Bruno.
I think this is cunning by the sound of it. I don't think we've got influence here.
Just be like,
So it's more just sort of a we chat.
yeah. But it's one of those tense conversations where clearly trying to get the measure.
Neither side knows exactly what the other side's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's holding their guns under the table.
And I'm going to roll for it before we decide how it goes.
Yeah.
3 and a 1.
Ooh.
So we would lose a dice. Do we want to burn a blood token to re-roll that 1? That will leave us with 5 plus 4 dice to roll.
Oh yeah.
I'm
that's
happy
low.
with a 3.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the
I'm
3.
okay with yeah.
Um,
So we convince her we're not a threat, but
I think eventually Joseph just bites the bullet and settles on honesty is the best policy.
it's like we're vampires,
Says,
but we're leaving
"Look,
town.
as you may have figured out, we are vampires. We are, however, leaving because this night has revealed that to several groups. This was a settling of a bad debt. We won't be any further trouble. We didn't even want to be this trouble.
No, friend of ours started some shit.
Friend of a
You
friend
know
of a
these young
friend.
people, 500 years old and still in their early 20s.
I
That's what
think there's an
happens if
awful
you
lot to be
vampirize
said.
them before the frontal lobe is fully developed.
Exactly. This new research about all that, I'm fascinated by it. I honestly think the best time to receive the bite is in the 50s. You still look young enough, but you've got the life experience. What's it I heard on the telly recently? Yeah, in your 20s, you're garbage, thinner garbage, but you are garbage. You don't have a gut to listen to. I love Joseph the Vampire quoting Taylor Tomlinson.
Hey, we try to keep up with, modern events.
I like these new female comedians, actually. Yeah, newfangled. Um,
So I think she's not gonna stop us, but she will probably also be keeping tabs on us.
yeah. I think I think the complication is they like to pretty much they're just not able to come back here.
Yeah.
She's like, as long as you don't come back again, as long as we don't have to have another interaction, that's all good. We cool. Um, and I definitely think there's an element of we're genuinely not sure who would win. We don't even want to put that to the test.
We are unclear of her magical abilities.
I genuinely think, despite what happened with a bunch of Italian gangsters, where it comes to like any vampire can beat up an Italian gangster.
La Befana is a different kettle of
However,
fish.
but where Joseph and Stephanie come in the ranking of dangerousness of supernatural beings is very low the bottom, like very near the bottom.
Yeah.
Their social credit is the main reason that they are a meaningful force in the
Yeah.
world, but also just no one has ever put it to the test.
Yeah.
It is known that they're quite old, and age and strength for vampires are sort of linked. But I think that's more about predation and coming from like you sort of a little bit of a quickening style thing. So the more you kill, the stronger you become. These two have killed exactly like 5 times total in their entire existence between them, and the first three were accidents, sort of.
Yeah.
Only when absolutely necessary, a couple of times in self-defense. Really, we don't like doing it. So La Bafana meets them on the bus. We do, however, pick up a sixth blood token.
So we
Six
use
for
them.
six.
So
Those count at the end in your score.
yeah. So final event. Sunrise approaches and you're almost at your goal. After 6 rounds, roll all the d4s you have left and add the total number of blood tokens you have remaining. For example, an unlucky vampire might be rolling just 3d4 and adding 1 from their only blood token. When you make the roll, compare your result with the list below.
So we meet La Bafana on a bus. Uh, and after a little dancing around the topic.
It's like I am real man. Want to go skateboards?
After dancing around the topic, Joseph
Spills the
just
vampiric beans.
dives in and a frank conversation that completely freaks out 2 nearby factory workers who are on their way home.
Who are just like, am I so tired? I'm hallucinating?
This conversation ensues, resulting in an agreement
We'll
to
go.
harm
And she
no
won't
more
stop
Italians.
us. Yes. It's like, oh, but they taste of garlic.
in Shinzano. Neighborhood. Okay, so our score is 6 for the blood tokens, and then I rolled 4 dice, 2 from our influence, 1 from our cunning, and 1 from our ferocity.
Yeah.
Indeed, you could even remove the ferocity dice if you wanted to. It doesn't say to because you can't have a minimum. You have a minimum of 1 dice in each stat. But even if you did, we got the ferocity dice rolled a 3. We also got a 3 on one of our influence dice, and the other got a 2, and then we got a 1 on the cunning dice. So 6 or 9 if you count the ferocity, plus 6. So minimum of 12, max of 15.
You survived and you're safe and sound. Describe your haven.
It is.
B&B.
Yeah, it is. I think it's quite a big, but it's like a ranch. It's made of wood panels.
Mm.
It's a 2-story affair. There are several bedrooms that are in between owners that lack the knickknacks of an inhabitant. And all the windows, it has roller shutters.
Yes.
And that's really the only weird thing about it. There are chintz curtains behind the roller shutters.
Yeah.
It's full of antiques.
It's quite cute and homely, but has roller shutters.
But it's like, yeah. There is a horse and cart in the shed. And I think there's a farm. I don't know if it's a working farm, but it's a farmy, housey sort of place. Mm. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. We potter about packing up our lives.
And we go about sort of. I reckon maybe not tonight, but soon. Yeah. We do need to. Let's be pragmatic, but like.
Before also, the church committee have time to regroup.
Regroup and come along in daylight. That will be a problem.
That would be a problem. Well, there you go. Bloodless.
Bloodlines. Strong recommendation. How do you feel, my love?
I like it. And I kind of want to make a story about an elderly vampire couple now.
Yeah.
That's a fun hook.
I reckon that they might have legs as a short film.
Yes. The sweet elderly vampires who run a halfway house for other vampires.
Spend a good portion of their last night in a town dealing with the local mob.
Inadvertently get caught up with Russian and Italian mobsters. And the church committee.
I love how it began with Maurine and ends up with a fucking mobster battle.
Winning a bridge tournament to facing down the mob. Just another night in paradise.
Well, that was super fun and lovely, guys. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Thank you for all the resubs, you bloody champions. And the raid, Jack, you splendid individual. For those who don't know him, Jack Squarepeg is another fantastic TTRPG streamer and has a particular focus on non-D&D games. So this is, as Jack is very much a man after my own heart in that regard. It's something I have let slip of my particular preponderance. I love seeing alternate games. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my D&D. I do love my D&D because D&D is a gateway drug, and 5e particularly is a really good gateway into it. And I will always stand 5e for that. But there are others, and depending on what you want them for, definitely better games out there. One of my students down here, I met his dad on the weekend, and because we were launching rockets. It's a school event. One of the dads down here made 3D prints rockets and went to the school and said, "Hey, you've got a great oval. I'm a hobby rocketeer. Can I use it to launch some rockets?" And the principal was like, "You dead set can. Can I bring some kids to watch?" And he's like, "You dead set can." That turned into 3 years on. Jeremy now prints like 60 fucking rockets and goes up to Perth and buys every rocket motor he can get his mitts on. He designs the rockets and then 3D prints them over the course of the year. And the kids come down and take it in turns over a couple of weekends to launch them. And I was chatting with one of my students' dads who also does 3D printing, and for terrain. And I said, "Oh yeah, what do you 3D print?" He said, "Terrain," and I was like, "Are you a train aficionado?" Because the student in question is definitely spicy brain.
The classic
And he's like, "No, no,
train
no, for
obsessed.
wargaming." And I'm
Nah.
like,
Oh,
"Ooh."
you don't
And I
say.
say, "Warhammer or D&D?" And he was just like, "Both." And I was like, "Yes, yes." And my student is there as well. And like I'd known this kid for a week, and we hadn't really bonded. And then this was clearly like, oh, oh, Mr. Walker's cool. Um, and I said, actually, I've got all my SDL files on my hard drive with me down here. Send. I will not name the child because I don't on stream, but send that kid to school with a hard drive, and I will copy paste it for you all. And he's like, "Oh, that's really cool of you. How big a hard drive?" And I said, "Do you have a terabyte?" And he was like, "Wow, I don't need that much." And I said, "Well, I'll give you all my scenery and whatever else I can fit on there." And as I was filling it up last night, I was like, "Holy hell, they play D&D and stuff. They are actually playing Warhammer, but they're playing the one page, more like Mordheim or Warcry Warhammer, which is a lot more RPG related." And I was like, I should give them. So I went through my list of hundreds of TTRPGs things, PDFs, and gave them all my D&D stuff plus five or six. I gave them Teens in Space. I gave them Major Magica. I gave them Cartographer,
Mm.
um, Cartograph. Cartographer is the board game. And yeah,
The map
I gave
one.
them five or six others. I gave them Jason Statham's Big Vacation. I gave them Crash Pandas and um, Honey Heist. And I just said, here, enjoy. And gave it back to the kid this morning. I said, take that to your dad. Hopefully, you'll both really enjoy it. There's a folder on there called games, non D&D games that I strongly recommend. Check them out. They are very fun. Um,
Um, Terrace in chat has an important question for you. Do they like
mm.
dinosaurs?
I have not noticed this
Mm.
actually. So in the morning, every morning, this is who this kid is. If I was going to sum him up in a single phrase, every morning when they come in, it's a sort of a morning ritual work through to get them all in the right frame of mind. Every day we have a nine-letter, like make the nine-letter word out of the letters and however many other words you can. And then there is a fairly large number, normally at least four digits long, like thousands, that they have to add 10 and add minus 50 and do 10 different things to. What are its factors? Is it divisible by two? That sort of thing. Really good stuff. And just gets them in the right headspace for learning. And this kid does all of those things. And then, because it's a bit of a flex, he then squares the number. Um, and I, um, and my mentor said, "What did you do, Alex? Did you cube it?" And Alex goes, "I wasn't going to say his name. What did you do?" And I was like, "That's not cubing. That's squaring." Because he's like, "I timed it by itself," and I was like, "That's squaring, not cubing." Um, and So we told him what cubing was because he didn't know that. And he was like, oh, that's cool. So this morning he cubed 8,553. And not in his head, but he did it on paper. And I was like, dude, I can't do that. That's who this
Well,
kid is.
if he does like dinosaurs, Terrace is sending you a cheeky link with a file, presumably dinosaur related.
If it's SDLs, I have given him a bunch of dinosaur SDLs.
But you could
But
always
noted.
have more.
Could always have more. Guys,
It's
I'm going to
mostly.
go and find something to consume because I haven't actually eaten anything since lunch, and that was a quiche. So it was a
We
little
need to go
quiche.
have snacks.
I must go and consume spaghetti bolognese that my mother has cooked. It's been lovely hanging out with you all this evening. I will see you guys
It's
next
a
week.
D&D book made by paleontologists.
Oh hell yeah! Amazing.
Screw the kid. I'm keen, Terrace. Quad says, lovely to hear from us both.
It was lovely to hear from you too, Quad.
Yeah, thanks so much for hanging out, guys.
Yeah.
There's not a ton of people online at the moment, so I was just going to drop you all on Mike Mines. He's always...
Sounds fair.
Happy to see
Always
us.
valid, always solid.
And theoretically, I'm back on Tuesday to play more Skyrim. Hopefully I won't get a headache this week. Next week.
Yes.
Because, in case I did put it in the Discord, but yeah.
And we will be back next Thursday for more Elements and Evil, picking up where we left off in the house just after killing Sobel and Larimar. Finally getting vengeance. From the people who tried to get Cash killed and eaten by a wake worm like 150 episodes ago.
She's still mad about it.
I would be too. Alrighty. An absolute pleasure, everybody. Keren, take it away.
Have a wonderful Halloween. Enjoy the spookiness. And we will see you when we see you. Say goodbye, Josh.
Goodbye, Josh.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, you wee scallywags! Avast for now! Whee!